Hello, SSA. Welcome to Lightning Talks 2019, our third annual Lightning Talk session. My name is Rich Briggs.
And I'm Simon Engelhardt.
And our job is to get out of the way. Before we do, we want to let you know a little bit about how this works. Lightning Talks are a terrifying mix of high-speed slides, an attempt to teach you something, but mainly attitude come in your direction from up here. And these people have worked hard to prepare, and they're going to send some energy your way. You send it right back, and go get one of these if you need one. So 15-second slides, automatically clicking forward. And with that, I think we're just going to start. So, Cy, click that. We have a button here. This is the magic button. Oh, back it up, back it up, back it up. Yeah, now we're good at this. Okay. First speaker, Adam Pascali, Evolution of Rapid Response. Are you ready, Adam?
Yep, let's go. So I'm going to talk to you about the evolution of our rapid response in Australia at our observatory. A lot of things have changed, but one thing hasn't changed is sleepless nights and constant questions about why is the magnitude always changing when you publish something. But it all starts with data collection, and this is how it didn't start for us, but obviously we need to get data quickly. And it didn't used to be very quick because you'd have to put it on records like this. So our early data collection was smoked paper drums. So I don't know if any of you have used them before, but basically you'd have to go out there and collect them and then run them through a fixing fluid and then wait about an hour before it dries before you can analyze it. So we do that every couple of days. And they're fragile, but they're really cool. But if you get them wrong, you can get them smudged or really smudged. So it was a problem. So then we started doing after doing that, we had data telemetry, which was really great. So we used to carry around pages and really cool belt clips to have them in. So we would get these notifications in the middle of the night, and we're going, what are these numbers? So especially at 2 a.m., you're going, I have to decode that station and that. And then we'd have to let everyone else who had a pager know that we're responding to it. So unlike Nick Fury in Captain Marvel, we couldn't send messages from them, so we'd have to ring somebody and tell them, this is what we're doing. I'm checking it out. Not chicken, get out. That's what actually went out. So we'd still have to manually analyze this data. So we're there, and there I am sitting there 20 years ago. I look the same. It's amazing when you look 50 when you're 20. So we'd still sit there and process that data manually. Then we had auto-location software, which would then send us messages on our Nokia 3210s and tell us where it was. So that sped up the process a little bit to get the response going. But again, we still had to punch in all of that data, and it took some time to get a location. So in Australia, we don't have big earthquakes very often, so we have little ones, so we have to be able to locate them automatically. Now, the problem is when little ones still get felt, people react badly to them and make fun of us, but they don't automatically pick P waves really nicely on small events. So we had to rethink the way our software was working. So, okay, we're moving from laptops to portable devices. How do we more quickly locate earthquakes? So we came up with an idea, so can we use one station to locate an earthquake? Well, we know we can, but can you do it efficiently? So we've got this thing, okay, you pick a P and an S, you've got a distance to an earthquake, but then you have multiple stations, so you don't really know exactly where it is. So what if we just pick one P and one S? We get that distance to the earthquake, but then what if we move the earthquake around that radius and see how it affects all the other seismograms? So we can just do that really quickly, and we get a quick confirmation of our location and magnitude. So that really works to give you the confidence to produce a notification, which leaves plenty of time for the really important stuff, which is media. So, and everyone knows that if you don't do the media, you'll die, because you'd rather be Anne Heche in Volcano than the field person who went out and died, or Paul Giamatti in San Andreas, other than the field person who went out and died. So you got to do your media, otherwise you're dead. So the other media that kills you is Twitter and Facebook. So you get all these notifications coming out. I felt it here, I felt it there. There's all this information. So there's a lot of pressure to get information out quickly. So that's one of the sort of more modern challenges we have. But these systems help to give us confidence. We think about what we do. We can get those messages out quickly. Problem is with earthquake data, it's not dynamic. There's nothing leading up to it. So when you've got cyclones or volcanoes, you've got these things that are happening to build up to a crescendo. But when an earthquake happens, it's happened, and then you've got to share that data. And visually, it's hard to do that. These sorts of things, these animations of wave propagation are great because they're really good engagement, but it does take time. Earthquake early warning is the next step. So obviously people now know that's one of the good things they got right in San Andreas was teaching people not to be in the doorways, be under the tables. So that's the one thing that we can get out really quickly. But then there's these new systems like the MyShake app and Shake Maps that are generated pretty quickly as well. So this will help data engagement. Obviously, we're not having a lot of those in Australia, but it's still a really useful thing. So in conclusion, just think about all this data. You young fellas who are out there doing research, all that data took a lot of work to do. And so just appreciate your data analysts. You know what they've gone through to get that data into your earthquakes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adam. I think we may have set our M-max, the upper energy limit there. So there's a challenge for everyone else who's coming afterwards. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce our current society president, Sue Hough. So, Sue, are you ready?
No.
Okay. Now are you ready?
So Adam is a tough act to follow, and in case there was any doubt, the one sketchy talk that I referred to at lunchtime was this one. So I'm going to be talking about century-old induced earthquakes in Los Angeles. We think about induced earthquakes maybe as something new,